Zero was one of the chosen ones, summoned from 7 billion people to save a magical world from destruction. But when the summoning occurred, a mistake was made. Zero was summoned with no visible powers, no legendary weapons, just a weak, ordinary boy. The king and his council sneered at him. "A savior? This boy is a joke," they said, their laughter echoing through the grand hall. Zero's heart sank, but he stood silent, their ridicule cutting deeper than any blade. Branded a failure, Zero was cast out of the kingdom. The gate slammed shut behind him as he stepped into the cursed lands, a desolate, unforgiving wilderness where no one survived. Monsters roamed the shadows, their roars shaking the ground, and the air itself felt heavy with despair. But Zero refused to die. At first he ran, scavenging scraps of food and hiding in the ruins of an ancient world. Every day was a battle against hunger, fear, and the relentless beasts that hunted him. Nights were even worse, filled with chilling cries and glowing eyes that pierced the darkness. His body grew weaker, his resolve thinner. But then, one fateful night, he stumbled upon something extraordinary, a hidden altar glowing faintly in the shadows. The altar pulsed with an ancient, forbidden energy. Zero hesitated, his trembling hand reaching toward it. As his fingers brushed the surface, a surge of power coursed through his body, igniting his veins like fire. He screamed, his voice echoing through the cursed lands. The altar granted him power, but at a cost. Each time he used it, he could feel his humanity slipping away, piece by piece. Years passed in the cursed lands. Zero fought and survived, his body adapting to the deadly environment. The monsters that once hunted him now fled at the sight of him. His scars glowed faintly, a mark of the forbidden power that coursed through him. He became faster, stronger, more ruthless. The boy they had cast away was no more. In his place stood a warrior forged in fire and blood. Then one day, the kingdom called for all the chosen ones to return. They believed Zero to be long dead, his name forgotten. But when the summoning gate opened, the world held its breath. Stepping through the gate was not the weak, powerless boy they had mocked, but a man transformed. His glowing eyes burned with fury, and in his hand was a blade forged from the very monsters he had slain. The court fell silent, their laughter replaced by fear. The king's voice faltered as he demanded, "Who are you?" Zero's voice cut through the air like a blade. "You wanted a savior," he said, his tone icy and calm. "Now you face the consequences of your mistake." As he stepped forward, the ground trembled beneath his feet, and the light of his glowing scars illuminated the faces of those who had condemned him. The kingdom had called for a hero. What they got was something far beyond their control.